Capricorn, welcome to your mid-July 2022 General Tarot update. It's Raina here in the abyss. This black, my tablecloth, I put it in the wash and it's a goner. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe it's there and I didn't see it when I was folding clothes. Oh well. First world problems. Okay. So I'm just going to go like this, kind of smush it around and pick it from there. I said this is for the mid-month. The situation that's happening mid-month is a full moon in your sign. Well, kind of, sort of mid-month on the 13th or 14th of July. So for Capricorn, this is the first house of the self. But remember, every time there's a full moon, the sun is opposing it at the exact same degree. So that's coming from the 7th house of committed partnership. Well, ostensibly, it's your individual chart. Your mileage may vary. But supposedly, allegedly, I'm going to just put those cards over there. Ooh, the sun. This isn't so bad after all. Okay. Well, I might keep this background because it makes the cards pop. It's just that the table is that cheap particle board and it's really like peeling and everything, but I have it close up so you don't necessarily see all of that. The heart of the matter is the 5 of Cups. Like I said, there is that full moon in your sign, and that could be something that a full moon in your sign could be something that comes up for you that you can't ignore, that you have to face, facing the music about your life. And because it's opposing Cancer, and it's that 7th house energy, it could be that a relationship energy with the opposition. It might be that you're realizing something about a union or potential union, and that is causing you to feel like you're mourning the loss of something. It might be that you realize somebody that you wanted to commit to, it's not going to work. Maybe you're just too different in your approach to life. And usually when somebody is upset about that, it's because they have certain things that are in common. And so they're kind of like sad that they couldn't make it work. But by the same token, a Capricorn person tends to be pragmatic, and you tend to be like overriding any tendency to be romantic. You're like, okay, I think this will work, or I think that won't work, And I think that ultimately that's a good thing, because it cuts down on a lot of wasted time. That, where somebody's wasting kind of like the fantasy phase. In the past position that may have informed this grief, if you will, is the Lover's card. This can be literal lovers, sometimes even an affair. Oh, it's so funny. I don't know if this was a private reading I did, or maybe it might have been on YouTube, but I had said, I don't think that Capricorn, I think it was on YouTube, and I said, I don't think Capricorns are prone to cheating. And somebody wrote something really scathing about Capricorns. Oh, this man I was with, he was such a dog and blah, blah, blah. And the reason I was saying that I don't think Capricorns cheat, as I said, I think a lot of times they're traditional, they're family oriented, and this person just ripped Capricorn a new one. This card is associated with Gemini, actually, and that duality, with the two individuals. Of course, the angel, you could say, is a third party. But it can be a situation of trying to get close to someone, intimacy, not necessarily sexual, but emotional, and something doesn't allow for that. If this is somebody who passed away, that you're coping with the grief of the loss, you may have had to make a choice that was very difficult. That choice could be, the thing that came to mind, which is kind of morbid, but it could be a reality, is deciding whether or not to pull the plug on their life support system. And, mourning the loss of the individual, but also mourning the loss of that choice of having to be in a hard uh, position. And I was thinking of somebody I know who's a Capricorn who happens to have the moon in Scorpio, and is going to be the the angel of death, so to speak, when it comes to a family member. It's not in my family, but because that person feels, for some reason, that person wants to do it. And I think that Capricorn, and it's funny, Scorpio too, but these are two signs that are very strong and strong-willed. In the case of Scorpio, Scorpio is associated with death. But for Capricorn, there can be that Saturnine, I think that's how you pronounce it, but that kind of pull up your big girl panties and deal with it attitude, where life is not for the faint of heart or something like that. So you could do something like that, but that doesn't mean you don't have a heart, and that doesn't mean that you would be okay with it. So you could still feel guilty, or did I do the right thing? But that's that's normal. Somebody may have rejected you, chose somebody over you. If you were in a third party situation, of course, that does happen. That is par for the course in those situations. And it doesn't make it easy, but it is what it is. The higher message in all of this, King of Pentacles. So, Pentacles relates to the earth element. And you are obviously of the earth element. Well, what does earth represent? Earth represents, financial matters. That's why the King of Pentacles can be somebody who has a lot of money. You actually got the 10 of Pentacles too, which can be a money card. Oh, yeah. I wonder if this is a death, like of a father, because this is the inheritance card. And yeah, so you might be mourning the loss of a father. But the higher message to me, if this is like a love situation, is that you want to be grounded in your life. You don't want to have drama in your life. So there might have been somebody, and they could have even been the one who rejected you, or I don't like the word rejected, but they might have chosen not to remain in a relationship with you, or to leave somebody else for you. And you might feel like chopped liver right now, but what I'm saying is that the King of Pentacles means my mind is a strange thing. I thought of King of Pain by Sting or the Police, because I was thinking of and you're not the King of Pain, but the King of Pentacles means that your self-mastery involves the earth element. I think of the king, and to some degree the queen, the royalty of the tarot, as being the self-mastery, the outer and inner self-mastery. The king is the masculine principle. So what that means for a Capricorn is remaining grounded. Whatever activity you're doing, whether you're falling madly in love, whatever you're doing, is not to uh, lose that sense of natural logic that you possess, that other people probably envy, where you are the kind of person who is very, um, I don't want to just say logical. Sometimes it can be wisdom, but sensible. That's the word I was looking for. And if somebody flaked out on you romantically, they probably were unstable and they would not be a good choice for a partner anyway. So just keep that in mind and move on. What crosses you is the sun. The sun is such a positive card that even in the challenge position, it can still speak to the potential for good. It might be a timing issue where love was not the right time. This is a card of love, success, abundance, and it's in the challenge position. So something may be getting in your way. It might be you that is getting in your own way. So how you characterize your life, if you're sad about something, are you really, is what you're sad about really something that you should be sad about, or are you sad because you think you have to be sad? Meaning that you're kind of finding reasons to be sad about a situation, but perhaps it's really not as bad as you're characterizing it, and it's more about owning your choices and knowing that even, I think that's another thing, like earth signs tend to try to keep everything in the 3D, and they're not necessarily tapping into those higher realms, because it's being filtered through this practical mindset. And I'm not saying this is true across the board, but it can be true, and that can impede some of the ways for you to process this in a more spiritual vein, so that you are fully able to embrace the good that is surrounding you right now. And you can, at the time of the full moon, you can, set some intentions about what kind of things that you want to receive, or maybe just, if you have the option, take the day to yourself and really meditate a lot. Tune into your own guidance, your own personal guidance, and make it like a special day for yourself. What's coming in? The Knight of Swords. This is a card of change being in the air. Things changing maybe very rapidly, and you have to go with the flow. Especially, with that full moon, it could bring something to a head in your life, or there could be closure of some sort, and then what happens when one door closes, another one opens. And if you have lost somebody and you're in that mourning phase, that's natural. When there's an ending, there's also a beginning. And this can also be a card of, this could be a situation where you didn't get a job that you thought you were going to get. There's two great money cards. Maybe it hasn't arrived yet. Maybe you have to kind of nudge it into being, do law of attraction work, but you have the raw materials to attract abundance to you. The outcome is the 10 of Pentacles. This is a card of generational wealth, Could be an inheritance. It could be, like family money, but even if nobody has died, they're giving you money. If so, I would say, especially on the father side of the family, love, this can be love coming into your life, maybe in a very sudden kind of a way that has a vibe of a long-term thing, not just a fly-by-night situation. Okay, that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, I'm primarily an astrologer. I have specials on double readings, special prices, and it's like a package. 2 full-length readings. One called the Deep Dive Chart Analysis, 1 hour each of chart analysis and transits for the upcoming 12 months. And the other one called the Whole Enchilada, if you like the tarot, full-length tarot reading and 1 hour of chart analysis. And so you can find those readings and my standalone readings at the link below. Thanks for watching. Take care.